town slugger. Why after why we ain't never got us up, made it to the top floor, but we started from the gut.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bengals and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Garden joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. We know how good they are throwing the football, number one in the league. But they're in for a stern test here.
Without question, because they're facing the best defensive unit in the NFL. They've got speed at every level on that side of the ball. Everyone can run, and that leads to a situation where something's got to give.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Gain of 4.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, head, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. That's in breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, This offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Lions
Lions to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down at 5. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second and 5. Shifts by him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that will be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary and you give up a big one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try again, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Get him, boys!
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and...
Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Complete to number 4. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd down and inches. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Bengals score. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Lions now. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's bring it. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You better be afraid of me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
At their own 16.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to number 4. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So, Charles, just a shocking turn of events here. I mean, right when you thought this game had gotten away from them, they come roaring back and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Yeah, you're going to make me wax poetic here. Well, I don't know how good that's going to be, but to me, this is a testament to not giving up. The ethic that the coach instilled in them, that work ethic, that idea that you're never out of a game, well, this team has grasped onto that. They bought into it and have held each other accountable. They are never out of games, and they just proved it here.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball